The curriculum of power is rarely taught in classrooms. It is burned into the soul through the systematic destruction of everything you hold dear. And in Trial of Ash, the blistering high-intensity opening to Kimara Klien's Ashveil Cycle, the ivory towers of magical academia are revealed to be nothing more than abattoirs for the gifted. Klien, the architect of this cruel, atmospheric, and lethally paced masterpiece, delivers a visceral, deeply intense, and heart-wrenching narrative that turns the concept of magical training into a gauntlet of psychological and systemic erasure. This isn't a story of whimsical, starlit growth. It is a rapid-fire, deeply intense plunge into the logistical nightmare of navigating a hierarchy that feeds on the raw, unrefined magical potential of its students. The perilous collision between a desperate protagonist's search for agency and the absolute unchecked malice of a faculty that treats human lives as sacrificial data points, and the terrifying truth that when you enter Ashveil, you don't just learn to command elements, you become an extension of the incinerating cycle that the school is designed to perpetuate. Klien hooks the audience instantly by constructing a high-stakes, hyper-focused trap. A talented, disenfranchised initiate, forced to compete in a series of lethal trials, finds themselves bound to a legacy that requires the systematic betrayal of their own morality to survive. The narrative center zeroes in on the protagonist's methodical, high-pressure descent into the trial, a state of hyper-rational, magic-infused combat that forces them to parse the fundamental, reality-rewriting intent of their forbidden, ash-aligned magic. As they traverse the oppressive, Gothic-inspired corridors of the Academy and the dangerously shifting, memory-saturated forests of the Ashveil borderlands, they realize that their performance is not merely an academic assessment. It is a systemic catalyst that is drawing the attention of the Cinders, entities that hunt those who dare to master the fire that consumes reality. The investigation into the sudden, coordinated disappearance of the Academy's top-performing students quickly escalates into a dangerous, high-stakes tactical chess match as they discover that the university has been covertly funded by the very darkness they are training to combat. Forced to juggle the logistical nightmare of managing a rapidly decaying, reality-bending research project, the constant suffocating threat of archival erasure, and the mounting undeniable encounter with the cost of their own burgeoning power, they must synthesize a new way of existing, one built on tactical linguistics, radical, improvised spellweaving, and an unyielding, purely human refusal to let their truth be redacted by the school's relentless physics-enforcing machinery. Klien's writing style is unapologetically academic, machine-gun fast, and saturated with an intense, authentic blend of arcane academic jargon, sharp, cynical intellectual wit, and high-stakes environmental dread. She builds exceptional structural tension by pairing the mundane, aching routines of survival, cross-referencing tactical grimoires, deciphering forbidden ash-aligned texts, and enduring the quiet, crushing weight of constant, vigilant isolation with the chaotic, nightmare-filled assaults of the faculty's truth-guarding entities. The story moves forward with a relentless, momentum-driven energy, turning routine analytical probes, calculated maneuvers through the Academy's secret Ashveil basements, and tense, high-stakes standoffs with lethal, logic-warping spirits into pulse-pounding steps closer to an inevitable, reality-defining confrontation. The presentation thrives on this sharp, analytical focus, making every discovered anomaly, every executed reality stabilization command, and every deep-seated fear confronted feel like a high-stakes victory for the human spirit. What makes Trial of Ash an exceptional entry in the modern dark fantasy academic canon is Klien's unparalleled ability to develop a highly compelling, logic-driven student whose cognitive discipline is treated as a supreme navigational asset, rather than a tragic, fading memory. Watch as they transform their experience with obscure, ash-bound data into a compass, learning to navigate the chaotic heavens to outmaneuver a power that operates with absolute, terrifying precision. As the structural walls of their reality begin to collapse and the true scope of the Ashveil danger is exposed, the pacing transforms into a breathless, heart-pounding race to maintain the shred of truth they carry before their consciousness is permanently unstitched by the school's relentless physics-enforcing machinery. The final act is an absolute masterclass in suspense, delivering a barrage of explosive realizations, shattered paradigms, and a spectacular, jaw-dropping climax that completely leaves the reader thoroughly stunned. For fans of thrillers demanding a brilliant, character-driven, and masterfully paced exploration of physics and arcane imperialism, this book delivers an unforgettable shockwave.